biological medicine clinics. Mostly naturopathic doctors, but definitely not exclusive to naturopathic doctors in Canada. They have very successful practices when they're practicing kind of in the biological terrain medicine approach. And Sanum is one of the therapies that fits within that. So it's not the only one, and that's an important thing. Sanum's not always meant to stand alone. It can, but it also works very nicely when you're combining it with other things as well. Another benefit is treatment of chronicity or chronic degenerative conditions, including cancers. We get to address the cause, not just the symptoms. We can work symptomatically in more acute cases, but we're also then working very much on the foundation of the body. Sometimes I say it's like we're working in the foundation, we're filling in the cracks. So we're making a nice strong foundation for everything else to build upon. And finally, the bonus is prevention. You can work very much in prevention. There's great prevention protocols. It's a really nice way to basically have a holistic, nice integrative approach into what we're already doing in our practices. Our goal is to be able to go through some of the theory and the history of what pleomorphism is, how the Sanum remedies came about, and then to add the practical component of then how to put a protocol together. In order to do that, we have to go through some of the remedies to explain what they're for, so we'll be spending some time doing that. And then we're going to add a real practical component to the whole thing by doing some polysand testing at the end.
Microorganisms can go through the developmental stages and evolve into various growth forms within a single life cycle. It's a development based on a terrain, environment, milieu. Our internal environment and how microbes are changed depend on the environment. Then Sanum remedy, Sanum therapy is very unique because we are working on a microbial level, which is as important as any other level. Sanum remedies are isopathic. They prepare homeopathically, but they are isopathic. And isopathic means that they are made from substances that are at a certain time belong to us, belong to our environment. Basic forms are low valence forms. And low valence forms have a few key features. They're very energetic forms that are loaded with the energy. For this reason, when they're introduced into our body, they're able to copulate with the high valence forms, and kind of offspring will be less pathogenic. All Sanum remedies contains proteins, then they belong to us, then it will be non-toxic, non-pathogenic, no side effects, no allergic reactions, and also can be used to any age groups, from newborn, during the pregnancy, for elderly, for any stages during our life. We can pollute our environment and those symbiotic forms will become pathogenic. But with the Sanum remedies, we have a great tool because what we can do, we can reverse changes.
There's 10 categories of Sanum remedies. The most important, though, are the first 5. So the milieu modulators, the fungal remedies, and then the bacterial remedies, which also include the sanicyls and the polysands. Those are going to be what we focus on. But just so you also know, there are some excretion remedies, there's a chelator, there's a few glandular remedies, there's also some botanical remedies, and then some vitamins and minerals as well.
Sanum remedies come in the different forms. It's a great variety.
Our step 1 is first to address the milieu. This is where we're addressing the pH imbalances in a variety of ways. Test the pH, see where the patient's at. If they're acidic, then one of your very most important things is to start to address that. Then, in addition, you can start working with the organic acids, lactic acid and citric acid to help increase cellular metabolism and essentially start supporting the mucorosmosis, Aspergillus niger, and get the body up and running again. Step 2, we're going to now look at 2 fungal remedies which are addressing the inflammatory processes. Step 3 is the basics. So we're reintroducing Aspergillus niger and mucorrhizmosis. And then step 4 is immunobiologicals, or using bacterial remedies to stimulate and modulate the immune system.
With the pollen testing, we are testing for the inherited toxin, things that you are exposed to. For example, malaria. You never had a malaria in a family, but because we live in a multicultural society, then we can have fever-like conditions, and malaria in many cases test positive. But tuberculinic toxins we can get from the food sources. Loetic toxins, again, it's probably inherited through the ancestors. And this is not to diagnose, it's just the kind of predispositions. And when the milieu terrain permits, you may have symptoms, and it's better to clear up the immune system from that burden, then you have a better prevention.